As men cross 60, something interesting happens. The world doesn't see you the way it once did, but women still notice details many men overlook. Not the things you'd assume, like biceps or abs. The truth is far more subtle and far more revealing. Today, we explore the 5 physical signals that quietly shape a woman's impression of a mature man. These aren't about chasing youth. They're about showing presence, purpose, and the life still burning inside you. Every man has control over these signals. Age isn't the barrier. Awareness is. Let's begin with something that speaks louder than muscle size or expensive clothing. Your posture. Most men treat posture as background noise, something automatic. But after 60, it becomes a message. Women instantly read whether you're standing tall with intention or folding into the weight of life. It's the difference between a man who still participates in his world and a man who's slowly stepping back from it. Think of posture as the headline your body prints before you ever open your mouth. When you stand tall, you don't just look better, you feel better. And women sense that energy instantly. Here's the truth. Poor posture rarely develops overnight. It's the result of years spent slouching over desks, screens, car seats, or simply giving in to gravity. Shoulders begin drifting forward. The head leans out. The spine collapses inward, little by little. But here's the good news. Posture is trainable at any age. Even small corrections create massive shifts in how you're perceived. A level chin signals clarity. Relaxed shoulders communicate calmness. An open chest shows a man with nothing to hide. Women notice posture not because they expect perfection, but because it reveals how much of your spark you're still protecting. Straighten up for yourself first. The rest of the world will respond naturally. Now let's move to something almost every man ignores until it's pointed out. Body signal number 2, your hands. Your hands are the most honest part of your body. They don't lie. They show age, work, care, neglect, effort, or the lack of it. A simple handshake or a moment of handing someone a cup reveals more than many men realize. Women notice the small things: nails, texture, dryness, uneven edges, cracked cuticles. Not because they expect your hands to look young, but because hands reveal character. A man who handles his appearance with basic upkeep shows pride. A man who doesn't often shows he's checked out of the small responsibilities. You don't need perfect hands, just hands that show you haven't stopped caring about yourself. Here's what many men misunderstand. Strength doesn't excuse neglect. Rough, hard-working hands are attractive. They signal capability, which is deeply appealing. But neglected hands send the wrong message entirely. You can tell in seconds whether a man trims his nails or lets them grow uneven, whether he applies basic moisture or allows his skin to crack, whether he maintains himself or only does the bare minimum. Women aren't looking for flawless grooming. They're looking for consistency. Clean, simple, steady upkeep is more attractive than perfection because it shows discipline, not vanity. Now, the next feature is something men rarely imagine women care about. But the truth is, this area reveals more about your health than most people realize. Body signal number 3, your neck and jawline. No, this isn't about having a razor-sharp jaw like you did decades ago. Aging softens features that's natural. What matters is the definition you maintain, not the definition you were born with. Your neck and jawline reveal your level of overall vitality. They show whether you're maintaining a healthy weight, keeping your posture aligned, and engaging your muscles instead of letting them weaken. You don't need perfection, you need proof that you haven't stopped trying. As we age, the neck naturally stores fat first and loses elasticity fastest. But it's also one of the first areas to show improvement with small, consistent effort. Lose a few pounds, the jawline sharpens. Improve posture suddenly, your neck no longer blends into your chest. Strengthen your back, and the muscles that hold your head up regain their power. Women aren't impressed by youth. They are impressed by continued effort. One man I once knew started simple: daily posture drills and modest weight loss. Within months, he looked more awake, more engaged, more present. The body didn't just change, the man changed. Let your face show commitment, not surrender. Now we shift to something surprisingly influential. Body signal number 4, your forearms. Why forearms? Because they're visible in nearly every social moment: paying for coffee, opening a door, lifting a bag, or simply resting your arm on a table. Forearms communicate capability. They show whether you have functional strength, not just gym strength. A firm forearm and visible veins don't scream youth, they whisper energy and competence. Women instinctively read your ability through your forearms. They reveal a man who still uses his hands and engages with the world. Strength doesn't need to be shown off. Real strength shows itself. Here's the twist. You don't need fancy gym routines to build impressive forearms. Heavy grocery bags, yard work, carrying luggage, hanging from a bar, manual hobbies, gardening, woodworking, fixing things. These natural movements build forearms faster than any curl machine ever will. Men spend hours on chest and biceps because mirrors make them obvious. But women pay attention to what's visible in motion, not flexed poses. Build the strength you need for real life, not the strength you need for selfies. Now we reach the most powerful signal of all, the one that shapes every impression you make. Body signal number 5. Your eyes and expression. A man's eyes tell the truth long before his words do. Not how bright they are, but whether they still show life, curiosity, and involvement. Some men at 60 carry a spark that outshines men in their 30s. Others dim themselves, shrink back, or move through life quietly, as if trying not to disturb anyone. Your expression reveals whether you've surrendered or risen. Lift your head. Keep your gaze steady, not harsh. Let your face show intention, not exhaustion. Your eyes are your handshake with the world. Make them confident and alive. Here's something men rarely admit. Your expression carries the story of your life, not the wrinkles, not the age lines. Those are badges earned honestly. What matters is what sits behind your eyes. When a woman looks at you, she isn't searching for youth. She's looking for presence. For a man who still shows up with attention, awareness, and quiet confidence. A man who hasn't shrunk into the background of his own life. A lifted face, relaxed eyebrows, and a calm gaze say more than any muscle ever could. Your face doesn't need to look younger, it needs to look engaged. Now, before we move forward, there's a mindset shift every mature man must hear. You are not too old to restart anything. Many men think improvement belongs only to the young, but the truth is the opposite. At 60, 65, or 70, you finally understand what truly matters. You've lived long enough to recognize what's worth your energy and what's not. That gives you a tremendous advantage over younger men who are still guessing. Age doesn't disqualify you. It prepares you. Don't measure yourself against younger men. Measure yourself against who you were yesterday. And here's the surprising truth. Most men your age have already stopped trying. They've convinced themselves that decline is automatic, that there's nothing left to improve, nothing left to strengthen, nothing left to learn. But that's simply not true. The moment you decide to show up with intention, you immediately rise above the majority. Women can see this difference. Your energy, posture, tone, and expression all shift when you decide your story isn't finished. Improvement at your age isn't expected, and that's what makes it so powerful. Now, let's turn to something subtle but incredibly impactful, something men rarely think about but women notice instantly. Body signal number 6. Your voice and cadence. Your voice reveals who you believe yourself to be. It shows whether you speak from a place of certainty or hesitation. Many older men fall into a habit of speaking quietly, fading off during sentences, or rushing their words. This isn't because they're weak, it's because over time, they've unconsciously stepped back from the center of their own lives. Women pick up on this immediately. A steady, grounded voice isn't loud. It isn't aggressive. It's calm, confident, present. Your voice doesn't need volume, it needs certainty. Think of the men you've respected throughout your life. They didn't need to shout to command a room. Their tone did the work. Slow, controlled, intentional. Each word carried weight because they weren't trying to impress anyone, they were simply grounded in who they were. A strong voice comes from breathing deeply, slowing down your pace, and believing your words matter. And they do. You've lived through too much to speak like your thoughts are unimportant. Speak like a man who has earned the right to be heard. So here's the bigger truth. Connecting all 6 signals: posture, hands, jawline, forearms, expression, and voice. They all point to the same thing: self-respect. Women aren't evaluating your appearance like a scorecard. They're noticing whether you still honor yourself, whether you still move with intention, or whether you've drifted into autopilot. Self-respect is magnetic, not because it's showy, but because it's rare. And the moment you show it, others feel it. When you respect yourself, you don't need to chase anyone. People naturally come toward you. Here's the most important shift. Stop thinking of improvement as a burden. Start seeing it as your return to yourself. Straightening your posture makes you breathe easier. Grooming your hands takes less than a minute. Strengthening your back and forearms helps with everyday life. Improving your voice increases your authority. Lifting your expression makes you appear more approachable. Everything you build now pays you back daily in confidence, health, attraction, and presence. These changes don't just make you look better, they make life easier. Let's go even deeper. Improvement at your age isn't about impressing anyone. It's about reclaiming something you may not even realize you lost: your personal power. You've spent decades supporting others, building careers, raising families, overcoming challenges. Somewhere along the way, many men stop prioritizing themselves. They begin to shrink, physically and emotionally. But here's the good news. The spark never disappears. It only waits for permission to return. Give yourself that permission. The man you want to be is still inside you, waiting for you to step forward again. Every change you make radiates outward. When you walk taller, people treat you differently. When you groom your hands, you feel more confident. When your voice strengthens, people listen. When your eyes brighten, you feel more alive. This isn't just an external transformation, it's an internal awakening. You're rebuilding the signals that show the world you're still in the arena. And women, they are drawn to men who continue to participate in their own lives. You don't need to be the youngest or the strongest, you just need to be present. As we close this journey, remember this: men who keep improving after 60 are rare. Men who walk with intention are rare. Men who refuse to shrink are rare. Men who still show curiosity are rare. And rare men stand out immediately. You've already taken the hardest step, becoming aware of what matters. Now it's time to build the habits that reflect the man you are becoming. The world notices a man who refuses to fade. Every choice you make from this moment forward writes the chapter ahead. This isn't the end of your story, it's one of the most powerful new beginnings you'll ever create. Adjust your posture, strengthen your voice, groom your hands, reclaim your jawline, build your forearms, lift your expression. None of these require youth, all of them require intention. And intention is something you already possess in abundance. Start today. The future version of you will thank you for it.